The Cambridge Velodrome it's such a cool facility and it's a really cool community to be a part of. You know, this is where we train as a para program, and I got classified in upstairs in one of the rooms, and then I started in track cycling. So I started on a Thursday morning fitness class and on a Saturday morning para fitness class, which was really cool. You're on a fixed gear bike, you have to remember to keep pedaling because you can't stop, and it's just so smooth and you've got so much less resistance, you go so much faster. I always envisioned myself participating in competitive sports, you know, whether that's like ocean swimming or Ironman or coast to coast, you know, those kind of events. And then after my injury, you know, all of those doors were closed, and I needed to figure out how to express this part of me in a way that wasn't going to harm my body further. I think rowing as a sport, irrespective of the success that I got or didn't get in rowing, set me up significantly for my success as a cyclist. Lake Karapiro has always got a special place in my heart. I love being down here. It's such a beautiful scenery, and it's kind of where my dream kind of was really started and fostered. I started rowing before I even started at the school. I was quite nervous to, you know, be a boarder and, you know, move away from home essentially to go to school. And I think joining the rowing program before the new school year started was kind of my way of being introduced to, you know, the girls and making some connections before starting at the school. I think there's so much to being good at rowing. There's always something to work on and perfect, and you get so many opportunities because you take so many thousands of strokes in order to get better and practice. So I think it was just a really cool sport to try and get better at. I wasn't a national champion or anything, but just the hard work and the discipline that it takes to be good at rowing was picked up from recruiters that came out and watched us row, and it opened up the door to college in the States, and that's kind of what I did. I said yes, and yeah, found myself at Oregon State. Getting sick in my first year of college, and that being by far the hardest thing that I've ever had to go through, and then to come back and be successful in rowing, I kind of thought that was my hero's journey. I thought that was going to be the story that I told. And then to injure my back very severely to the point where you know, I'm left with a permanent disability as a result, you know, the avenue to participate or even pursue rowing on any level was kind of closed to me. And I think it was quite devastating. I had to take a step away. I mean, there's so many lessons that I have learnt from the sport of rowing. Is, you know, when you're sitting at the start of a 2K, the last thing that you should be thinking about is how much it's going to hurt or the end, and you know that translates into many obstacles in life. You know, it's about being present and where you are right in this moment, and think about, you know, the next step in front of you or the next stroke in front of you, and not the journey of how much it's going to hurt or what the finish line's going to be. And I think being a part of a sport like this, it teaches you that you're capable of so much more than you think you are, and I think that has translated, you know, both in my health journey and in that point where you're not sure if you can continue, and you feel like that in rowing when it gets really hard, and you realise actually when you lock in with the people that are around you, you can go a little bit further. And that helped me, you know, when I was sick and when I was injured, and then when I got into cycling and I was in the races, it kind of became a little bit easier knowing the background that I'd come from. I think I just kind of fell into cycling by accident, and it actually ended up being really quite closely related to my physiology that I've been training my whole life. So I think the success in cycling came pretty quickly because of my past training. I found an opportunity to kind of hone in the competitive spirit that I had that wasn't lost through my injury, but the avenue to express that was lost. Participating in paracycling would allow me to continue with my sporting ambitions in a safe environment that wasn't going to harm my body. I think because it is the heart and soul of world track cycling in New Zealand. You know, we have a high performance space here as well, and I think Cambridge as a town is a really special place in that it's a beautiful place to live, and there's just champion athletes all over the place. It's a really cool community, and everyone supports each other, and yeah, I love it.